Make the motion to refer to city council meeting minutes tomorrow school.
Second,
I'll second the motion.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Reports, Kurt,
Not too much to report. Last drill, we did maintenance on the vehicles and all the small gas engines, chainsaws, positive pressure fans, that kind of stuff. And we've had 2 medical calls since the last meeting, and that's about it. We are all aware of it's still fire season, so be careful.
but
Looks like some lightning coming, possibly tomorrow, 4 o'clock-ish or something, but
they can use chainsaws until
till 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah.
Cause I know that's when he's getting his questions. Hey, new business. Some of this stuff has been resolved after, I have on here clean the sand filters. We need to get those clean. It's, Jeff Wells has arranged for a couple people to help if we can do it in September. So, because that way the flow's a little slower. So, he's gonna go ahead and arrange that. So we get that done, so that's gonna be scheduled for September. Most people won't even notice it, it's just a lot of work. Event grounds, shower water system. We had a couple valves go bad. And the one is so obsolete, it has to go to the second market, cause they don't make them. And so we got, we had, Baker Hughes, really?
Yeah.
To look at it, and it's cheaper just to set up a new system, an on-demand system next year. Try to get some TLC money and just replace it. I think it was around 5,500.
Yeah, the guy said that we don't wanna replace that boiler, so what we're thinking is putting in a hot water on demand, which would be on propane. It'll run everything that we've got up there. And if it doesn't, we can always put a second unit in line with it, but we'll just go with the first one. He's saying that he's supposed to be sending the quote, and I guess it hasn't arrived yet. He'll pull the old one, the old tank, the old boiler out. Install, the only thing that he won't do is connect the water line. Everything else he'll do. And then he said that he thinks it installed and everything will be about 5,500. But like I said, he's supposed to be sending us a quote. Cause right now, if we try to put those back together, I think one of those valves is either $1,100 or $1,200 and the other one's like $300 or $400. So, and then we have to do this every year. And then on top of that, we also have to pay for certification on board. To where if we go with a hot water on demand, you lose all of that.
How old is that boiler? How old is the boiler up there?
From what he can tell, he says that was put in about 71 or something.
So that's totally obsolete.
Yeah, it's, he says to replace that boiler, he says you're looking between $18,000 and $20,000 just for the boiler, not the whole tank.
So anyway, we didn't repair it, so, there will be no hot showers for all the vendors were contacted and they know everybody was okay, because they were told ahead of time. Cause it just wasn't financially feasible to just fix it just for that.
And I've been doing some checking on those on-demand units too, they're right in line with what Charlie was saying on the pricing.
Okay, next thing we have in your packet is Stage Stop OLCC permit for Labor Day. This just came in, they're going to have a beer garden. So my son can send it on, it's gonna be outside, they have, of course, the fencing, they order their own porta potty, so she's all set up to do that. Pavilion building permit, just an update on that. Submitted it for its permit. It came back, they wanted more information. I'm trying to get more information and then we'll send them what they need and hopefully finally get it done.
Is that the little park?
So, still working on that. It's kind of like we have a lot of stuff just being worked on. Okay, 252 Ibex deck. The zoning permit,
Yeah, it meets all of our criteria. It is gonna be the upstairs one, so this will go to county, because just because it's structural. So it'll get sent to county, but plenty of room.
the setbacks are good, everything is good.
Yeah, it's a county decision. I mean, it fits our perimeters, but the county has to oversee that.
Okay, so I would entertain a motion to approve the zoning permit and have it forwarded to the county.
I'll make the motion to approve the zoning permit for 252 Ibex.
the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we'll get this sent on. Then we have a address assignment for lot 6700. Which is off of,
It's off of, it's
Mill
off of
Street?
Mill Street. Yeah, your map's a little incorrect. You need to drop the 6700 down and the 7200 down. They have it in the street, but,
so 6700 is in the,
in the, that orange area.
okay.
Yeah,
this is
take it off,
72.
look up there. Same with 72, because they put it in the street.
Yeah, this is an unconstructed Fairview Street.
So, looking at the maps, we've, come up with 560 Mill Street. It's in line with even side and going up for further sports.
Anybody else have questions on that?
Yeah.
Okay. I entertain a motion to approve 560 Mill Street for, lot 6700.
I make the motion to approve address number 560 Mill Street, lot 6700.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
The window?
Mhm.
The window?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I wasn't on my list here. Number E for new business is, the museum library window, which has been tabled numerous times. Nehi came up and gave us a quote of $13.94 to get it done. I talked to Jerry at the library, and the library is gonna kick in $500 to, towards fixing the window. So it's had a small hole in it. You all saw it, but now it's running. I mean, if the window needs to be repaired before that. So I entertain a motion to approve to get the window fixed. And to accept the library's $500 donation towards it.
I'll make the motion to accept, Nehi's estimate for repairing the library window and the library paying $500 towards the cost.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I,
Opposed? All in on that. Old business now.
We have to vote on it? Oh,
Okay, so, no, they already sent it on, so we can send. I'm bad,
Figured out that.
I'm bad. Cemetery update.
So, talked with Terry the other day, I think you spoke with him as well.
Oh, yes, Leslie?
So what he wants to do now is get the outer fence repaired, so cattle don't come wandering into the cemetery. So he's saying that there might be 10 to 15 T-posts needed to get that repaired. I was gonna go up and check it today, but ran out of time. Just to get a firm count,
Okay,
so I will get that for you.
okay,
He's also gonna put up a sign for the cemetery, that he and Kathy made. So that, he wants to do that. He's gonna do these in about a week or two. He's also gonna bring up his equipment, and he's gonna try and dig out and move those stumps out of the way. that are pretty much holding me up from putting any more posts in, so. So up on the board here, it might be a little bit hard for you guys to see on that end, but basically for metal spikes to mark each plot, we would need roughly 180 of them. I found on Amazon, a 60 pack for $46.98 versus the $2.89 per spike down in Baker. So that would be $187 for the spikes. For the yellow blue ear tags, which was suggested by Rebecca, which they look like they'll work really well because you can engrave them and the field is yellow, but the inside is blue, so it'll make sure that you can see the numbers, the plot number. So that's like $320 for 8 packs. So then we need an engraver. I don't know if there's one here in the office, but we need to get one there anywhere from $20 to $70 a piece. So,
I don't think I've seen an engraver around here.
You use a Dremel and a diamond bit.
Okay.
On the Dremel. Matt, Ron may be able to just do them on the CNC for you, because you're not going very deep, you're just taking off a thin layer.
works for me.
So I would say talk to Ron about it, once you have the material, you would just have to make a jig to hold them and keep, you know.
Yeah, that sounds great. Then they'll look a little bit more professional because they'll be all the same versus me.
So you've got about $700, well, you said 507.
Yeah, I think I have 507. I didn't include the price of the engraver, so
Yeah.
just materials is like 507.
Well,
So
it's not bad.
for good measure, put it up to 600-700 just because you never know.
Yeah,
Something
so
like
it's not bad.
How many people you need?
14.
yeah, he was saying 10 to 15.
I've got 3 or 4 house you can have, they're not bent or anything.
Maybe a couple too.
Oh, and John is gonna donate his time and his roller for us to get the roads flattened out.
Okay.
That's down the road yet. Trying to think if there's anything else significant. That's pretty much it.
So when are you wanting to get the ear tags and the metal? I mean, what's your time frame on those?
It doesn't have to be now.
I mean, that's it, so,
I mean, really what I'd like to do is get all the boundary posts up first, but
Okay.
again, I have to wait. Cause I don't wanna put a post up and have it knocked over by some equipment.
yeah. So you wanna wait on these, but we don't wanna wait too long for prices go up there.
Yeah.
But I guess just let us know when you're ready to get them.
Sure.
Okay, any questions for that?
Or if anything, you can order the steak,
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
because the ear tips you're getting from town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, there's 25 in a pack. They're kind of spendy, but I think that's what's needed.
Right.
But
Well, is it
is there
something,
$40 for 25 of them?
maybe something we need to get now, just so we have them on?
I can do that. I can go buy them and then put in an expense report.
Well, also. I mean, there's some money in the museum fund. Yeah.
Museum.
Cemetery.
Too many things. So, what do you guys want? Do you want?
So when are you gonna need the T-post? Because it sounds like that's probably.
He's coming up in about 2 weeks.
You need the
Sounds
people
like-
first, probably.
Yeah, and I actually have a couple T-posts as well, that I got laying around, so I can contribute some. T-posts, last time I bought them, I think they were, around $7 a piece?
For the big one, for the big ones,
Yeah.
I'm sure they're
the 130.
Yeah. So. Okay, well, decide it, and then we can decide, vote on getting those, when we're ready to get the tags.
Okay,
But yeah, I think we'll probably scratch up some T-posts, and then if you have more, let's, how many more we need.
okay.
Okay. Thanks, Matt.
Yep.
The other thing on, that isn't on here. I met today with, Jason Yenapole and Beth Leslie from Oregon Department of Human Services. They came up to look at the resilient hub of the schoolhouse. Going forward on that, I've talked to Brandon at Eros, and he's ready to order the generator. And then I gotta get her Baker Heating and just get an update on the price for the electric, and we'll be ready to roll on this. Eros said that they can get it in next month. And so, I mean, I need to talk to you about your list too at some point.
In case anybody's wondering,
Yeah.
that's the gen set that's going.
Yes, the
into
gen set.
the schoolhouse.
Propane.
Yeah,
Are we gonna have to put in another tank or is that one?
No. no, they're gonna,
I mean,
right from that tank there, that's gonna suffice. It's a, it's an emergency thing, so it's not gonna be running a lot. So that's, and then they will be putting the transfer switch in too, that's all part of the package, so. But yeah, they were all happy with the plan today, so.
Good.
We're good to go on that. And then. For those of you that don't know, the flooring is in at the schoolhouse. Mr. Patterson and the contractor put it, and I think, we have these pictures, this is what it looked like.
No, that's off.
That's what. It's okay.
There it is, that's the old floor.
That's the old floor. Go ahead, Matt, go from. Sorry, you missed that.
It's still the old floor.
Still the old floor. That's what it used to look like. That's the mayor mopping, helping out. Let me get bothering us. No, we're doing something,
It's been
so
a long time since I've done manual labor, thank you.
that's what it looks like now.
So now. No, it made it look really nice, it made the cabinets look a little shabby, but it did turn out nice. You will, and since we're talking about, you will notice that the piano is not on the wall. And we are looking for a home for the piano, the rollers on it is very hard on flooring. So it's needing a new home.
windows look awful bright too.
Well, somebody washed them all, Rebecca washed them
Rebecca
all.
cleaned all the windows.
She didn't come into mine.
John, what do?
We replaced, we started out about $6,000, we thought it'd be, and it ended up being over 9,000. Because when Rich got up, where we looked at it, and he wanted to use basically a better grade of flooring, and it's thicker, and it's like twice as thick as what, it's almost a 1/4 inch thick. So,
Yeah, and the other thing is, we found a crack in the back side of the toilet. So, I went and purchased a new one of those, so that's been replaced, and I still need to go get some vent covers for the floor.
John, what's the recommendation for cleaning? Because right now we're just using a mop and
you
pine
just
sol.
mop it, it's,
With pine
That's
sol,
what-
anything?
yeah, it's bulletproof, it's,
Doesn't have that special.
other than, it's not piano proof.
Yeah, I know.
And I've got a bunch of new rollers, I just got Tim and Jeff to give me a hand, flipping the cabinets over, and they're nylon, non-marking rollers, and they'll be a lot easier to roll the big cabinets around.
And we need a new mop,
Yeah,
definitely need,
Yeah. that one
I
sucks.
don't know about that.
Steve a little bit. I know.
Oh, and we did the bathroom too. We weren't gonna do the bathroom, but we ended up doing the whole bathroom and,
And we're gonna I still haven't gone to look, I'm gonna go look at some different, baseboard. To put some baseboard around there.
And for the clubs who use it, and I personally have done it myself, on the tables, there's no more dragging the tables across the floor, pick them up and then set them and open them up, not dragging to where we want them, because it's just. I mean, I do it too, because they're kind of heavy, so I just kind of drag it on the old floors, but. Now you just gotta kind of pick them up and set them down.
yeah, it's pretty tough. It looks really good. Next picture, Matt. Another thing I'd like to do, and we're out of money right now,
Yeah,
but we need a better sink in there, and that's just I think we should have a 2-compartment sink with, there's like 72 inches or something, I think, and a 2-compartment sink that has drain boards on each side, but I've been on, there's a million sinks out there. I'd like to get one. I think we should have one with the bottom shelf. And I just can't find a two compartment. That one's like 3,500. Most of them are like 800 to 1,200. And then the faucet's like $600 for the big faucet that
Yeah, the-
makes a big loop over the spray. But I think, you know, a shelf, you might as well use it for something underneath there. But so if you guys allow me to, I'll try and find it, that something like that, but with a shelf on the bottom. And if we had to, I could make Apollo could make one.
Well, we need to wait. I did check, and just so you know, we put in 2 years ago for a total upgrade of this, which included the sink and all the appliances, the cabinets. And it's been kicked down the road, but it came out of, Chambers, okay, back east, and it is moving forward. So we need to see what kind of funding we're gonna get first
Okay.
before, because that money is specifically for, I think we wrote it up for a sink and stuff. And we will have to use it. We can't transfer it to some other stuff.
And how much again was that, Brian?
$178,000.
I forget.
173, 178 is one of the others. Yes, John?
When we put that in years ago, the Breakfast Club, back then we were required to have the third sink to have it be a certified kitchen, because the third sink is for chlorine water. Now, whether that's still true or not, but you should double check it, and we need a third sink.
Yeah.
Well, like I say, Matt did get a specific what we wanted, so we just need to wait.
Is there 3 sinks out there?
Yeah, there is 3.
Oh, I
It's
didn't
a-
think there was.
it's a secret.
Okay. Oh, okay, there's no water in there.
Yeah,
Well,
It just has a soap pump. I couldn't figure that one out from underneath it.
well,
so anyway, but,
also don't put water and put
Yeah.
bleach in it, you're legal.
Yeah.
but anyway, so
The thing
we're
is,
gonna
folks-
work on the grant, make sure the grant's gonna go through before we go.
The main thing is, though, what we put in for all together with what Matt did and everything was a commercial kitchen period.
Yeah, it was all 100% commercial, so.
The other, whoops, sorry, the other problem that building has
Mhm.
is I'll go screw the vents on. I was gonna throw some back bottoms underneath it and run out if there's anything under it, because the vents are hanging off. But the transition from the original roof to the covered over the thing, there I showed Linda, it's getting messed up for some reason. There's
It's
metal.
changed a little bit, yeah, so.
I don't know why, but it's something's.
But anyway, it's a start, it looks very nice,
Yeah.
and thank you.
Thanks, John.
And thanks for bringing the pictures so everybody could really see, because,
Thanks to everybody out there to help fund it.
yeah,
Riders.
so, that's all I had for old business. Council comment, Daryl?
Yeah.
Marcia?
Clubs, all the clubs, I know the snowmobile club has turned theirs in, but please turn in your schedules for using the community center so that we can mark them off on the calendar and we don't have a conflict of other people wanting to use it at the same time.
Forest Grace.
Oh, well, that was a please on, you were talking about it, I'll get that to them.
Okay,
Oh, I did have something.
okay,
It's kind of weird, but I'm seeing a lot of commercials on TV now about flushable wipes. There is no such thing as a flushable wipe. They will plug up your septic tank, they will plug up our system, they will create nothing but havoc. So, we're seeing a lot of these commercials now about, oh, we got these new flushable wipes, there's all kinds of weird names of them and stuff, but there is no such thing as a flushable wipe, so please, if anybody's thinking of buying these and using them, dispose of them in the trash, do not flush them down our septic system.
Yeah, the problem with that ad is they call them flushable and everybody thinks, oh, they're biodegradable.
Yeah.
They are not.
They're flushing. They'll
They're
flush.
definitely flushable.
Yeah, they will plug up your system so fast, and now that, our septic tank pumps have gone from $500 to $1,000 a pump, it should create some real problems for us.
Charlie?
That's my community service thing.
Yeah.
Okay, public comment.
Oh,
So Vern first. stand up, name. So people know,
Vernon Hollow Feeder.
okay,
And, you know, we talked before about putting those wood chips in up
Yeah.
there where you left that.
mhm,
And we haven't seen anything done. I went down there and looked at how many chips got dumped down there by the canopy.
I
There's
did.
quite a few, but they all got dumped on the chips you already had there. And really, you know, they got dumped where they weren't needed.
yeah, I was up there a couple days ago. The guys for this flea market, Jeff's gonna put delineators along that corner. So nobody can turn in on that soft spot where all the dust is.
Okay, that was another idea
Yeah.
we thought of, if, you know, roping it off
Yeah, he's
with
gonna,
this flea market.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be interesting to see how the traffic pattern changes
yeah.
since you put that gravel in there.
No, I asked Jeff yesterday to put some up, so when they get the delineators out, there'll be a line of them across there.
For that, oh.
Mhm.
Is there any chance of hauling any of them chips up and getting dumped up there?
Probably at some point, but I don't know if we can get it done this week. We've got some other stuff, but it is on the list, but I'll have to see.
Okay,
And we've got them kind of tasked doing some other stuff right now.
because there's a lot of concern in the neighborhood that strip that got left there ungraveled is gonna turn into a real dust.
Well, but if we put it, you know, they can't cut in there, so they're gonna have to actually go around those to even get down to the
Right.
grassy area.
But I mean, looking ahead to next year,
It'll be fixed next.
if you could start dumping them chips in there, eventually, you know, might all get covered.
When I called, see, and they aren't up here chipping anything right now, but I did contact the tree and.
So they're gonna start dumping there,
Well, I asked them to dump them there once they get started.
you know, if you haul them up there, my offer's still good to
Sure.
spread it out for them.
Yeah, I know,
So if I see some dumped out there, it's okay if I go out there and spread it out.
okay, yeah, I imagine they'll just spread it when you dump it, but no, I haven't forgotten.
Okay, because we're a little concerned.
I haven't forgotten, but no, that was is to put those delineators just to stop that traffic flow from there. And it's just, I don't see this as being as a big flea market as Memorial Day, so I think everybody will be parking up closer.
Let us hope so.
I really hope so. Kurt,
So sometime around the 23rd of October would be a Tuesday night. The fire department would need the community center for the spaghetti feed. I'll have to get exact date. It's just the night before elk season starts, and that varies through the years for if it's 23rd to the 25th.
okay, you start making a list.
Almost, you mark that off on your here.
Okay. Anybody else? Yes, sir.
Gordon McClary, I'm on 182 Bonanza. And I paid for the dust abatement,
Mm-hmm,
but it really doesn't do much good when people on either side are dirt. And some of the worst offenders are the local people
mm-hmm,
roaring up and down Bonanza.
mm-hmm.
But is there any chance that, you know, I think being part of the solution and not the problem, is there any chance of getting a water truck just to chase these roads and kind of keep some of the dust down?
We don't have a water truck to start with, we have to rent one. And then we'd have to have somebody, an employee driving. So it's not right now really practical, I mean, the dust abatement, you know, I mean, we'd be doing that all summer, unfortunately, I don't think there's any real solution other than talking to your neighbors and putting some dust abatement down.
Well, it's the problem is these high traffic
Right.
high traffic
Yeah.
periods during the mostly Memorial Day and now Labor Day. But
I mean, this is a problem we've been fighting forever with the dust. I mean, and there really isn't a solution because we don't have the financial means to have somebody all summer running water truck.
well, and that's
Yeah.
not where I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when we're in the
We,
Memorial Day and Labor
and
Day.
again, we have to rent a water truck. And I don't even know if next year, Right now, we have an employee that has a CDL, but we won't have one that has a CDL next year. So that's another problem, then we'd have to hire somebody. I mean, I understand it's a problem, but it's not, we don't have a solution financially that we can do right now.
I know somebody that's gonna be moving here that has a CDL. And I mean, I think if we talk to them, they can probably volunteer to do something
It's
like
the
that.
100 the water truck. Plus, they need to-
$25 million.
Yeah, and that's the thing, I mean, yeah. This is the problem, it's, you know, and if we do the one road, then we're gonna have to do this road, I mean, it's not just Bonanza, it's all these other streets that gets during flea market, I mean, it's.
Well, basically from the top of the fairgrounds down.
Oh, but it's no, but it's Austin, it's Auburn, it's, I mean, they got,
Cracker.
yeah, Matt gets beat up down on this end. of town.
What's the speed limit? Yeah.
Same as any town, I think it's 25 now.
25.
Yeah. And that's quite fast on an
It
ATV,
is.
I know, but that is the. legal
ATV speed limit is 15.
The ATV speed limit is 15,
15,
and it's posted all over town.
yeah.
That,
No
They
one follows
changed
it.
it.
They changed it.
yeah, they changed
West,
it,
west.
cause
They changed it.
those
Who changed
those signs were.
The council changed the ATV speed limit?
No, those 15-mile-an-hours were posted,
They were private signs.
private.
They were private signs put up.
They were private signs.
They never got changed.
Yeah, they got put up.
And then after we did all of this, it doesn't matter whether you're ATVs or not, it's on the public road. The state says that you're recommended to be 25 miles an hour, you can only go 5 miles an hour less than that, and that's all you can go, you cannot set speed
We
limits. in
cannot.
cities. You can't make them less than that. So everything that was done in the past by other counselors and mayors. By changing it to 15 miles an hour. Those are bully signs is what we called them at the time, because as long as you believe it, good. That helps everybody else, but legally, no.
So then you said 5 miles an hour, so then can you change it to 20 then?
We can,
Well,
and we
do that.
talked about doing this, but then everybody said, well, then you have to go put posted signs and do all of this, and at that time. We didn't have the money, and we still don't have the money, however, we can get grants to do so.
Well, I don't see why we can't put up a sign that says suggested speed limit for ATVs is 15 miles an hour.
Matt,
We can put up something,
how long did it take you to get the speed limits changed, signs changed? Wasn't it about a year?
Year and a half.
yeah.
Right.
Well, we can at least do a suggested sign and maybe put it on the
You
board.
can put up all the signs you want, but unless somebody polices it isn't a matter, right?
Well, look at the thing, and you know,
But some people are good.
well,
A few.
you've got the honest people that will, you know, they'll see a sign, they'll slow down, the others, they don't care.
And again, one other issue here we have.
Mhm.
If we do a water truck or water in front of one person's
We gotta
house,
do everybody.
we have to do the entire city.
Yeah.
We're not doing any dust abatement for prior to this weekend.
Yeah, done, yeah. And it was bad, just the pavement.
And the thing is, what's really bad for it on this ordeal from this year. Is this dust abatement they put down, which naturally we
It's
don't have control of.
environment.
The thing is though, it didn't hold up, and we didn't have near the rain that we had last year. Cause last year after they put it down, we had a bunch of rain. They came up and they redid some of the roads for some of the people, but this stuff that they put down this year, it don't hold, it hasn't come.
They changed to an environmentally friendly.
Well, it's all environmentally friendly to start with.
Did you just do it twice or just once?
Free, but free.
They- when they-
We did solve the Gulf twice and it's still pretty good.
Yeah, see, and the thing is, though, is when they come out, this is the funny thing. When Ed Stobbs comes out and puts this down, basically the first pass they put down is double application. One pass, double application, so they're using twice as much material. Then normally they do the town, and then they come back and then they rerun the roads. The people they had working with them this year, they put it down, turned around and put it back on again. They didn't do the rest of the town and give that time to soak in, and I think that was part of the issue as well.
Well, in his defense, he did 3 in front, I
Yeah.
paid for 3 in front of my place, and he went out and then came back and put down another lift. But like I say, when they're speeding coming from both directions,
Yep.
I've never seen anything like this dust around, I mean, the dirt around here, how it infiltrates the house.
Oh, yeah.
When we had,
Welcome to Sumter.
came off with Golden Cherry, I had a place up there, so I've been kind of cityfied now, but it's a little
Yeah.
hard when,
No, the dust is
Well,
bad.
it does too, and it's amazing. You can have your house closed up and everything else, and it can be spotless, and it's like in this, by that coming weekend. You got that much dirt and dust, I mean, it's literal. I mean,
when you guys worked up at the fairgrounds, I mean, I had 1/8 of an inch of dust
Yeah.
on my deck, everything. So, I mean, with that being said, we need to have,
On
do it,
Bonanza,
what's that?
on Bonanza.
Yeah.
That's.
Oh, yeah. Pick that up.
We had those thunderstorms and the wind came and it just took all that dust and all.
Yeah.
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 We got her in a water
We
truck.
just came in and
I live across the street.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Turned around, I didn't want
Yeah.
anybody thinking I was connected to it.
Yeah. It was,
You were connected, I thought you were.
yeah, it was Kurt's fault. Okay, anybody else?
I was trying to help out.
Well, the thing is, though, it's real funny because Wade was laughing because he said, my brother took him to a straight and he's leaving.
Anybody else?
So I applaud the effort for the parking lot across the street, but the results, not so much.
Okay.
What is your intention or plan going forward? To what are you gonna actually do with the rest of that?
Rest of what?
What, the dirt?
The rest of the parking lot, the
The
all around the outside. Between where you pile the gravel in the street is still dirt. So you've lessened the issue of dust
Mhm.
around the pavilion and that over there, but you've created a bigger issue for all the residents that border that. What is your intention?
Is that where
Here.
the area that Vern wants to put the bark chips in?
Well, that and then the whole strip between me and the rest of that gravel. It's gonna be just as bad or worse than that pile where the dirt pile was. You only did, let's say, 3/4 of the parking lot.
Yeah, we didn't do the dip.
We got the dip, that's what you
And
got.
then, well, then they're gonna drive right through there and they're gonna park right there.
We're gonna block that off.
That whole stretch.
Well, for this flea market, yeah.
This was-
Like,
Okay,
I-
the problem is, this was the first go we've had at trying to reduce that yard or that parking lot. We're working on the next step of getting some finer gravel. So, but it's not something that's gonna happen tomorrow.
I
It's, you know,
understand.
we are, this is the first down, now we have to let it settle. And I don't know if we're going to get small gravel this year or not.
When I talked to the
We're still
county, they
working
said
on
they're still willing to give us the rock to cap that off, but it's gonna be on their schedule.
Yeah, so I mean, right now, we're just stuck until we can maybe get some smaller gravel. And then get that hauled in there and hopefully spread it out more. To where these areas that it got missed on the big rock. And then next year, this
Well,
is gonna be an ongoing project.
Are we gonna put more cobble on the dip section?
We should,
Yeah, I mean,
but we went as far as we went due to the fact the guys had other things they have to do. Plus the expense on the city for the roller and
but we are,
and hauling, because we paid, what was it, $2,000, to start with.
but
I
I,
figured that you're probably going to end up with another $5,000 bill by the time you get the rock, by the time you get one for the rock, whatever.
well,
And then you only end up having the roller to have to roll it and stuff, and then on top of that, I suggest that it ain't done until this fall,
Yeah,
when we got rains coming.
yeah, so we can get it.
yeah, it's gonna get finished. Yeah,
It's gonna get
But there's
finished.
still gonna be, either way we go, which if I can, it will talk to the grader operator, but it's not much of one. But if I get him to come out and on the far end from right where you live, the other side, there's that a telephone pole that's half, and it's actually a tieback for the one.
Right.
From that point, that length, so this still would have a green grass barrier between it and the road. That would still be there, but the key is to take the material and bring it and cut a line. And bring it that way, and then, see, and I wasn't up there when the gravel got put down, because otherwise it still needs to have probably another 10 loads of rock. To start with, to get rid of that. Cause when I explained to Tim, if we were gonna go to that point, we were gonna quit, make sure we had a little buffer, not necessarily a 10-foot buffer. Because I told him, I said, we wanna make sure that where the grass is at, because we still gotta mow that to the, right now. But I didn't realize that they left a 10-foot strip on that part. I was loading the truck on the other end.
But if you're gonna, you said you're gonna try and
Yeah.
rope that off or partition it off, or can we keep it partitioned off until you do something about that?
Well, we can't leave them there all winter, I don't think.
Well, at least till
We
the
get
rest of the snow.
Yeah, I mean-
Well, the thing is, though, it'll be up to the city to decide on whether or not we have the funds. There's some other things in the works right now, but if we can get the funds to where we can afford to have that haul, because that's probably gonna be another 30 loads probably. Pretty close. Maybe not that many, but there's quite a few, cause I think it was taking weight at least 4 dump truck loads to make one pass. 4 to 5. When he was spreading, and that's gotta be at least 5 rows over to get to that cutoff point that I'm talking about. And I think that's pretty close, so I think there's gonna be, we've got the rock, we ain't got a problem with that, so it can be done. It's just the financial side of getting it done
And the
and getting it
manpower,
work.
and the
And the
manpower.
manpower and the roller and,
Roller that don't break down.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a big thing.
Too.
Cause they both broke down. Got
So
one,
anyway.
broke down, left the other one and broke down.
It's a work in progress, so you just all gonna have to have some patience while we financially and have the time and the finances to do it. We'll get there. Yes,
Okay, when
John Cash.
the noodle, when the county brings you the stuff, they put lines down in front of my shop, not on my property. I drew a line, don't cross it. But they did that in granite and they don't like it. And they were supposed to bring gravel to do, because what they did, they put a bunch of rock out there and they graded it because there's a big hole. And it just turned into a big ice bog out there in the winter. And all they did is they kind of moved it over to my shop. And so I called him up and said, hey, we need to get it. So he moved it back into the middle of the street again. But he used fines instead of rock. They're supposed to bring rock and the guys brought fines. The fines might work good on the top of the cobble.
That wasn't the city or the
That's
county.
what I'm saying. If you're
That was
talking
it.
about the county bringing you stuff, make sure they get rock or. No, lines may not work bad up there, but, I don't know that they rolled it like I did. I rolled it for them. I don't know if they rolled it up in granite, but they said it really gets mushy when it's just wet, so I'm sitting here waiting to see what
This will
happens.
be on top of the heavy cobble though.
Yeah, it might work good, cause you've got that and you fill in the V with something and.
It needs about 3 inches of fine rock on top. That's what it needs.
So anyway, it's a work in progress. You just all gotta give us some time to get it done. We'll get there.
You're not done.
But we're not done. That's what I said. It's just
Stages.
phase 1, we
And
gotta
thank you
keep
for
going.
putting up with the dirt and dust.
I know, I mean.
I do,
He left, he checked him out, and he
Well,
left.
the day that he was shipped to the trailer and leaving, I was there and it's like,
He didn't pick me though, that's what this,
I know, I looked at the street and saw it. I know what it
I
was.
felt really bad for Tim and Karen.
Yeah. so-
Well, the whole thing got, I mean, the wind would blow this way, that, I mean, anybody around there got one injury. It was spread out from
Well,
everybody.
yeah, we will get it done. Baby steps here. Okay,
A big step, are you kidding? It took years to get that far.
well, yeah. Okay, anything else?
Is the next meeting the later one?
Yes.
Yes, and there will be,
I'm creating
Yeah,
flyers,
there-
so open your mail.
there's a flyer going out in your bills, so announcing the meeting, it'll be on the 9th at 7 p.m. and that's for, it's basically gonna be an open public meeting to talk about
Council meeting
finances.
starts at 6, though, right?
Yeah, council meetings at 6, but there will be a public meeting at 7 about finances and Rob will be here also, Gaston. So there will, it is going out and it'll be on the website and we'll just post a flyer too. So let people know that don't open their bills to kind of.
Open your bill.
Open your bill.
There are a lot of people that have their money sent to the city
Right,
from their bank accounts.
Yeah. but,
And if you guys don't say something ahead of time,
They don't know.
then the money just comes the same as it always has.
oh, I know,
And then pretty soon you look up and it's like, I owe $1.57 or
I thought
something
this
to the
was
city.
separate.
Where the hell did that come from?
no,
Well,
we don't, bill, I think they
It-
bill everybody, don't they?
you raised the rate and didn't say anything to anybody.
I thought this was gonna be a totally separate billing. I mean, not a billing, it was a
They were gonna
separate
put
letter
it- they were
going
gonna
out
put it
that
in for all the bills, yeah.
needs to go to everybody.
Or even on the website. I mean,
Well, it's
a
on
lot of
the,
other stuff's on the website.
it's on the website, it's posted all through town. I mean, we do, you know, we do what we can to get all this stuff out.
Oh,
So.
What about the reader board? Put it on that.
We can do it on the, yeah, we could. But a lot of people don't read that anymore because it's always on there. This is the problem, we get so used to seeing stuff.
We
all
need
the
to move
time.
it, we need to move it
They
like.
ignore it.
Store.
I mean, they just ignore it, so, but we're gonna try to get it out, I'm just saying, word of mouth works too, so mention it.
So I know the fire thing's on right now, which is, there's 3 important things, but we could do ATVs 15 miles an hour, please. And then a post on the meeting
Yeah,
and do that just, up until, after the flea market and then maybe go back to the fire thing too.
right, or they could put 15 ATVs, 15 miles an hour and no fires, period.
Yeah,
All the way to work.
yeah, and then we can, so it's flea market, it gives us a couple of days to, or it gives us a couple of weeks to, put on the meeting. So we can do the meeting after the flea market on the reader board.
Okay,
I'll put it out there too.
okay. All right, we ready to adjourn?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I second.
All in-
Aye.
Aye.
Oh.
Thank you, everybody.
where you say you were opposed?